Okay, everybody have their little booklet?
Yes.
Okay, let's all follow along together. So it says coronavirus. What is it? Okay, first page, page 1. Coronavirus is a little germ that is going around the world right now. Another name for it is COVID-19. It is a germ that gets in the lungs and makes people develop a fever and cough a lot. So a lot of people that have had it, they say it feels like there's something really heavy on their chest, is what it feels like, because it gets into your lungs and it makes it hard to breathe. Okay, that's why we wear masks, because it'll get into your lungs. Okay, next page. There are different ways that people get COVID. It can be spread through coughing or touching. So do you see why we should wear a mask and not touch each other? Because we don't want to get it, right? That is why it is so important to practice social distancing. Okay, that's what it means when we're staying 6 feet apart. Good. That means I should stay at least 6 feet away from non-family members. Okay? So that's why we're staying so far away. Our desks aren't so close together. And if they are close together, you have the dividers. That's to keep you safe. Okay? Page 4. For now, doctors say that I should not shake hands, hug, or touch other people, but I can wave to them. Okay? That's why I said don't touch each other when you come in, but you can always say hi and wave. And at recess, that's where it's going to be toughest, right? So at recess, we'll do things like kickball and shadow tag, those kind of games where you're not touching each other. Shadow tag is where you tag the shadow on the ground instead of the person. Okay, so it's just like regular tag, you just tag their shadow instead of the person. Okay? You can touch your sister. Yeah, your family members, it's okay. Just not non-family members, okay? And that's why at church we don't do the sign of peace by shaking hands anymore. We just say hi or peace like that. Okay, or bow. Okay, page 5. So this is what we just talked about. It is okay to touch and hug my family. So you can still hug your mom and dad. You can still touch your brother or sister. Well, yeah, it's hard with the broken arm, right? Page 6. Because I shouldn't be close to a lot of people right now, I will be staying at home most of the time. So that's why in March, not right now, we're getting better about going out now, right? Because it's getting a little better. But back in March, remember we had to stay home. We couldn't go to school because that's when everything was starting to come out. And so they said stay home so you don't spread it to other people. Right, you're right. Page 7, quarantine. Have you all heard that word, quarantine? Yeah, this is what you have to do if you get it. Some people call this quarantine and some call it self-isolation. That just means you're staying by yourself in your house. That's all it means. It's a big fancy word for staying by yourself. Quarantine. Page 8. Quarantine isn't a bad thing. It is just the best way to help COVID go away. My family will help me find fun things to do at home. Did you all get to spend some fun time with your family while you're at home? Yeah? Yeah. All right, page 9. A lot of schools will be doing something called distance learning, which is what our friends at home are doing right now. It's distance learning. So we have 4 friends that are learning from home right now. So Michael, Luis Mario, Gabriel, and Andrew are all going to be learning from home. So that's why I'm recording myself. Okay? No, he is homeschooling this year. Yeah, so his mom's going to teach him. Okay? My teacher might send work and activities home for me, or I might do assignments on the computer or tablet. I might even get to see my teacher on the computer. That's what they get to do right now. They're watching me on the computer. Page 10. Everybody following along still?
Yeah.
Some ways I can prevent COVID include covering my cough and sneeze with my elbow. That's when you cough like this or sneeze like this. So, because if you do it with your hand and then you touch things, that's how you spread germs. So that's why they say go like this, because you're not touching things with your elbow, right? You're touching things with your hand. Okay. And then we use hand sanitizer. So we have hand sanitizer over there, and I have some at my desk, and I think I even put some at the sink too. But that's why we have that. And not touching my face. So don't touch your face, because if you touch some surface that has the germs, and then you touch your face, it can get in through your nose or your eyes or your mouth. So that's why you don't touch your face a lot. Okay? And washing my hands. That's the number one thing, is washing your hands a lot. Because when you wash your hands, you just wash those germs right away. And they go away and they die and nobody gets sick. Soap and water, exactly. That's the best thing. Right. And Mrs. Ramsey is going to come tell you how important washing your hands is too. Okay. Right. Page 11. Other people might wear face masks to prevent COVID. So that's why we're wearing the face masks. Because sometimes you could have it for a few days and not even know you have it. So if you don't know you have it and you sneeze on someone, you could get them sick. So that's why we're wearing the face mask, so we don't get other people sick. Okay?
But we get ourselves sick.
You don't get yourself sick. That's not going to happen. Okay, page 12. Washing my hands for at least 20 seconds is very important. I can set a timer or sing a short song while I am washing. So you can sing the ABCs, you can sing Happy Birthday, you can say the Our Father, whatever you would like to do while you're washing your hands. Okay, page 13. Doing all these things will help flatten or slow the curve, which means that less people will get sick at the same time. This helps the doctors and nurses at the hospital. So you can see this graph right here. When it's really big like this, that means there's a lot of people in the hospital and they might not have room for them. So that's why it's important to do these things so we don't get more people sick. And the flattened curve like this, that means there's not as many people in the hospital. Does that make sense? Because if the hospitals get full and then someone else gets sick, then they'll say, sorry, we don't have room for you. That's not good, right? So that's why we need to try to stop the spread. But sometimes that won't happen. Okay, page 14. If we all do our part with social distancing, washing our hands, and staying at home, COVID will go away and we can do all the things we love to do again. Okay, so even though this is all different for us and we don't like it, we don't like not being able to do things like normal, we just have to do it for a little bit and it'll go away. Okay? Can we all do that?
Yes.
Yeah? Pretty simple, right? Okay. Page 15. If I feel worried or anxious, I can talk to a family member. Everything will be okay. Right? That's why our theme for this year is pray, hope, and don't worry. Because we can always pray about it. We have hope that it's going to go away. And we don't worry. Are we listening?
Yes.
And we don't worry because who's in control of everything? God is in control, right? So whatever God wants to happen, that's what's going to happen. So we don't worry because we're in God's hands, right? Okay, good.